Nobody cares about you, and that's your power. Stoic philosophy. Opening. Subscribe to this channel for more powerful Stoic lessons that can help you become mentally stronger, calmer, and more disciplined. Now listen carefully. There is a truth that most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid. A truth that can hurt when you first hear it, but can completely change your life once you understand it. Nobody cares about you as much as you think they do. People are thinking about their own problems, their own responsibilities, their own insecurities, their own families, their own dreams, their own failures, their own future. And while you are worrying about what they think about you, they may not even be thinking about you at all. You worry about how you looked. They have already forgotten. You worry about what you said. They have moved on. You worry that people are judging your failure. They are busy dealing with their own failures. You worry that everyone is watching you. Most people are too busy watching themselves. And strangely enough, this is not depressing. This is freedom. Because once you stop believing that everyone is watching you, you become free to live. Free to make mistakes. Free to start over. Free to say no. Free to walk away. Free to pursue your goals. Free to become someone different. The Stoics understood something incredibly important. Your life becomes more peaceful when you stop trying to control the opinions of people you cannot control. Today, we're going to explore why realizing that nobody cares about you as much as you think can actually become one of your greatest sources of power. Lesson 1. Stop living for other people's approval. One of the biggest traps in life is seeking approval. You change your clothes because you want people to like you. You change your personality because you want to fit in. You hide your dreams because you're afraid someone will laugh. You refuse to take risks because you're afraid of being judged. And slowly, you stop living your own life. You begin living a version of your life designed to make other people comfortable. But ask yourself, who is actually living your life? You, not them. So why give them so much authority over your decisions? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught that we should distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Your actions are within your control. Your choices are within your control. Your effort is within your control. Your character is within your control. But people's opinions? Not completely. Their approval? Not completely. Their judgments? Not completely. So stop handing your peace to people whose minds you cannot control. You don't need everyone to approve of you. You need to respect yourself. Lesson 2. People are too busy with their own lives. Think about the last time you embarrassed yourself. Maybe you said something stupid. Maybe you made a mistake at work. Maybe you wore something you later regretted. Maybe you failed publicly. You probably thought, everyone noticed. Everyone is talking about me. People will remember this forever. But here's the reality. Most people probably forgot. Why? Because they were thinking about themselves. This is sometimes called the spotlight effect. We imagine that everyone is watching us because we experience our own lives from the inside. But everyone else is experiencing their own life from the inside too. That person who you think is judging your appearance may be worried about their own appearance. That person who you think is criticizing your career may be worried about their own career. That person who seems confident may secretly be struggling with their own insecurities. Understanding this gives you tremendous freedom. You don't have to perform for an imaginary audience. Lesson 3. Stop explaining yourself. One of the strongest forms of emotional discipline is learning when not to explain yourself. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Sometimes people misunderstand you. Sometimes they judge you. Sometimes they create stories about you. And your instinct may be to defend yourself. To prove your intentions. To explain every detail. But ask yourself, do I really need to convince this person? If someone has already decided to misunderstand you, 10 explanations may not change anything. The Stoic approach is different. Live according to your principles. Let your actions speak. You don't need to chase every accusation. You don't need to respond to every criticism. You don't need to correct every misunderstanding. Sometimes silence is not weakness. Sometimes silence is self-control. Lesson 4. Let people think whatever they want. Imagine someone dislikes you. What can you do? You can argue. You can defend yourself. You can try to change their mind. Or, you can accept it. That doesn't mean you should accept false accusations or mistreatment. It means you recognize that you cannot control another person's mind. They are allowed to have an opinion, and you are allowed not to be controlled by it. This is where Stoicism becomes powerful. Your goal is not to make everyone like you. Your goal is to become a person you can respect. If someone misunderstands you but you know you acted with integrity, remain calm. If someone dislikes you despite your good intentions, remain calm. If someone refuses to recognize your value, remain calm. Your worth does not rise and fall according to somebody else's opinion. Lesson 5. Failure is not as public as you think. Many people don't pursue their dreams because they're afraid of failing in front of others. They imagine everyone laughing, everyone judging, everyone remembering. But here's something important. People forget. And even if they don't forget, their opinions still don't determine your future. You can fail today and succeed tomorrow. You can lose today and rebuild tomorrow. You can make a terrible decision and learn from it. The person you are today does not have to be the person you become. So stop treating failure like a permanent identity. Failure is an event, not a definition of who you are. Lesson 6. Your life is too short to perform for strangers. Imagine reaching the end of your life. Imagine looking backward. Would you rather say, I lived the life I wanted, or, I spent my entire life trying to impress people? That question changes everything. Because time is limited. Every hour you spend worrying about someone's opinion is an hour you cannot recover. Every day you spend pretending to be someone you're not is a day you don't get back. Every opportunity you avoid because you're afraid of judgment has a cost. You have one life. Don't spend it auditioning for approval. Lesson 7. Stop chasing people who don't value you. There is another powerful realization. You cannot force someone to value you. You can give someone kindness. They may still reject you. You can give someone loyalty. They may still betray you. You can give someone attention. They may still ignore you. And when that happens, don't destroy yourself trying to convince them of your value. Step back. Their lack of appreciation is information, not a command. You don't need to beg someone to recognize what you bring to the table. Sometimes the strongest response is simply, I understand. I will move forward. Lesson 8. Be careful whose opinion you value. Stoicism does not mean ignoring every opinion. Some opinions matter. Your mentor's opinion may matter. A trusted friend's opinion may matter. Your family's perspective may matter. Constructive criticism can help you grow. But there is a difference between valuable criticism and random judgment. Ask yourself, does this person have the character, wisdom, experience, and intentions I respect? If not, why give their opinions so much power? Not every voice deserves a seat in your mind. Lesson 9. Your peace is more valuable than winning arguments. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to prove you're smarter. You don't have to get the last word. Sometimes you can simply say, I disagree, and move on. Think about how much energy people waste trying to prove themselves right. They argue online. They fight with strangers. They replay conversations. They imagine what they should have said. They become angry over opinions that will not matter 5 years from now. Don't give temporary situations permanent space in your mind. Protect your peace. Lesson 10. Become comfortable being misunderstood. This is one of the hardest lessons. You can be a good person and still be misunderstood. You can have good intentions and still be criticized. You can make the right decision for yourself and still disappoint someone. You cannot control everyone's interpretation of you. And that's okay. The moment you become comfortable being misunderstood, you become much harder to manipulate. Because manipulation often works through guilt. You changed. You're selfish. Why don't you do what everyone else does? People will think badly of you. A mentally strong person can hear those words without immediately surrendering. They ask, am I actually doing something wrong, or am I simply making someone uncomfortable with my boundaries? That question can save you years of unnecessary guilt. Lesson 11. Stop trying to look successful. There is a difference between being successful and looking successful. Some people spend their entire lives trying to appear rich, trying to appear happy, trying to appear important, trying to appear powerful. But Stoicism teaches us to focus on substance rather than appearance. Build quietly. Learn quietly. Save quietly. Improve quietly. Work quietly. Let your results make the announcement. You don't need everyone to know what you're building. Some of the most powerful transformations happen in silence. Lesson 12. Don't announce every plan. You don't need to tell everyone what you're about to do. Not every dream needs an audience. Not every goal needs an announcement. Not every struggle needs to become a public story. Sometimes sharing too much creates unnecessary pressure. Instead of talking constantly about what you're going to become, work on becoming it. Let people discover the new version of you through your actions. Lesson 13. You don't need to be available to everyone. Being kind does not mean being constantly available. Being generous does not mean saying yes to everything. Being a good person does not mean sacrificing your peace for everyone else's comfort. You are allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to say, no, not today. I can't do that. I need some time. No, thank you. And you don't need a 10-minute explanation afterward. A boundary is not cruelty. A boundary is self-respect. Lesson 14. Stop taking rejection personally. Rejection hurts. But rejection doesn't always mean you're not good enough. Sometimes you're simply not the right fit. A job rejects you. A person rejects you. An opportunity passes you by. A business deal fails. A friendship ends. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Ask, what can I learn from this? That's a Stoic question. Turn rejection into information. Turn disappointment into direction. Turn pain into wisdom. Lesson 15. Your value doesn't depend on being needed. Some people become addicted to being needed. They want everyone to depend on them. They feel valuable only when somebody needs their help. But true strength is different. You should be valuable because of who you are, not because people constantly need something from you. Build competence. Build character. Build discipline. Build wisdom. Then help others because you choose to, not because you desperately need their approval. Lesson 16. Learn to walk away. Sometimes strength is staying. Sometimes strength is leaving. Leave conversations that have become pointless. Leave environments that constantly destroy your peace. Leave relationships where disrespect has become normal. Leave arguments that have no productive ending. Walking away doesn't mean you lost. Sometimes walking away means you finally realized your peace is more valuable than the conflict. Lesson 17. Don't confuse attention with love. People can give you attention without genuinely caring about you. They can compliment you, message you, praise you, need you, and still not respect you. So don't become addicted to attention. Look for consistency. Look for character. Look for actions. Look for respect. Stoicism teaches us to judge reality by what people do, not merely by what they say. Lesson 18. Master your reaction. You cannot control what people say, but you can control what you do next. Someone insults you. Pause. Someone ignores you. Pause. Someone criticizes you. Pause. Someone provokes you. Pause. That pause is powerful. Because between what happens and what you do lies your ability to choose. You don't have to react immediately. You don't have to answer anger with anger. You don't have to allow someone else's lack of self-control to become your lack of self-control. Lesson 19. Build a life you don't need to escape from. If your life is built entirely around other people's approval, you will constantly feel exhausted. But if your life is built around your values, you become grounded. Wake up with purpose. Take care of your body. Develop your mind. Work toward meaningful goals. Treat people with dignity. Protect your peace. Keep your promises. Accept what you cannot control. Improve what you can. This is the Stoic path. Not perfection. Progress. Lesson 20. Real power is not needing to prove your power. The strongest person in the room isn't necessarily the loudest. Sometimes it's the person who doesn't need to prove anything. They don't need applause. They don't need constant validation. They don't need to dominate every conversation. They don't need everyone to like them. They know who they are. And that is enough. Real confidence is quiet. Real discipline is quiet. Real strength is often quiet. The biggest lesson. Now let's return to the statement that started this entire video. Nobody cares about you, and that's your power. Don't interpret this as, nobody loves you. That's not the lesson. People can love you deeply. People can support you. People can care about you. The lesson is different. Nobody can live your life for you. Nobody can make every decision for you. Nobody can control your mind for you. Nobody can guarantee your future. Nobody can carry every burden for you. Ultimately, you are responsible for the direction of your life. And that's empowering. Because it means you don't have to wait for permission. You don't have to wait for everyone to understand. You don't have to wait for everyone to approve. You don't have to wait until nobody can criticize you. Start anyway. Build anyway. Improve anyway. Dream anyway. Move forward anyway. Final message. One day, you will realize something incredibly important. The people you were afraid of disappointing were busy living their own lives. The people you were afraid of impressing were busy trying to impress others. The people you were afraid would judge your mistakes had mistakes of their own. And the people whose approval you desperately wanted could never give you the peace you were supposed to build inside yourself. So stop living as though you're constantly on stage. You are not. You don't need an audience. You need direction. You need discipline. You need courage. You need self-respect. You need the ability to say, I know what I control, and I will focus my energy there. That is Stoicism. You cannot control what people think. You cannot control whether everyone likes you. You cannot control whether everyone understands you. You cannot control whether everyone appreciates you. But you can control your response. You can control your character. You can control your effort. You can control your choices. You can control whether you keep moving forward. And when you finally understand that, you become free. So let them talk. Let them misunderstand. Let them judge. Let them doubt. Let them walk away. You don't have to chase them. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to prove yourself. Keep building. Keep learning. Keep becoming stronger. Keep becoming wiser. And most importantly, keep becoming the person you respect when nobody is watching. Because at the end of the day, the most important person you have to live with is yourself. If this message gave you a new perspective, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more Stoic philosophy, wisdom, discipline, and powerful lessons for living a stronger life. And remember, you don't need the world to care about you. You need to care enough about your own life to build it well. That is not weakness. That is your power.